Parkinson's law. Work expands, so as to fill the time available for its completion. Consider a guy who has an entire day to make a presentation. The guy would take a shower, make some coffee for an hour, spend an hour playing video games, an hour on social media, half an hour reading emails, and an hour actually making the presentation. The total amount of time for which the person actually made presentation was only 1 hour, whereas he had an entire day of doubt, anxiety and toil. Consider a person working in an organization, who thinks, for some reason, that he is overworked. Now he may actually be overworked or only think that he is. Now this person has 3 possibilities: he may resign, he may ask to have the work with a colleague called B, or he may demand the assistance of 2 subordinates to be called C and D. By resignation he would lose his livelihood, so probably he won't do this. By having be appointed, on his own level he would merely bring in a rival for his promotion. So A would rather have C and D, junior men, below him. In this way he will have 2 subordinates to do his work, and will also be able to take all the credits. Now further, when C and D feel they are overworked, person A will appoint 2 more subordinates, each for C and D, namely E, F, G, H, so 7 people are doing the same job, which was earlier done by a single person A. They make so much work for each other that they all are fully occupied, and A is working harder than ever. Now consider an incoming document to E. E decides that it falls under F, who places a draft reply before C. C amends it before consulting D, who asks G to deal with it. But G goes on leave, handing the file over to H, who drafts a reply, which is signed by D and returned to C, who revises his draft accordingly and lays the new version before A. So, there are 7 officers working on a single document. Now, A is a person who does his work well and thoroughly. He reads the draft with care, deletes the fussy paragraphs added by C and H. He corrects the grammar, changes the format, and finally produces the same reply he would have written if official C2H had never been born. Far more people have taken far longer to produce the same result. No one has been idle. All have done their best. It is late in the evening that A finally turns his office lights off, leaves his office and begins the return journey home, all tired in late-hour traffic. Parkinson thus explained this growth of any organization using 2 forces. First, an official wants to multiply subordinates, not rivals, and second, officials make work for each other. He noted that the number employed in a bureaucracy rose by 5 to 7% per year irrespective of any variation in the amount of work to be done.